Yes.
The outsider
Whoa, hello.
himself has these 5 attributes by which he hopes to defeat the righteous. He is patient, for he waits every hour and every day of our lives for a moment of weakness or carelessness, that he may enter our hearts. He is subtle, for many do his work and know it not. He is strong, and only by utmost striving can he be resisted. He is various, for there are 7 gates by which he may enter a man's heart, and
You made up
70 kinds of
various.
spirits which live on and beneath the earth, and the arts and tricks of black magic
I saw
are without
Earth, and I
number.
thought he said ants instead of
And he
arts.
is eternal, for he has lived long ages before we are born, and will continue thus long after we are dust.
Overseer Sturgis, my youngest sister lives with my wife and me, but does not cook or clean. She thinks on curious subjects, machinery,
They took a what?
numerical calculations. And only yesterday she spoke of a wish to read a book. What shall I do?
This is very troubling.
Get her a Kindle.
For such a young lady is easy prey to the outsider. If not already within his grasp, watch her carefully for signs of it. She may fall into fits.
Thought it was
or
an
be heard
ashtray.
speaking to the empty air, or laugh or cry without provocation. Perhaps a disfigured man may come and inquire after her. Or you might discover small items in the house, branded as if by intense heat. Or the bones of rats may be found in her bedclothes. Be wary.
Overseer Sturgis.
I mean,
Is
the rat
outsider a winged serpent?
Well, bones in the bedclothes, that
Orion
might
of
be
Morley wrote
cause for worry, yes.
such
But
serpents are kin to the whales and leviathans. And indeed,
they have no
sailors
idea how
off the
cool I
shores
am
of
right
Pandyssian
behind here.
tell of great winged shapes seen circling far inland, if such reports are to be believed.
I just...
But the outsider is something not of flesh, a being that haunts creation from first to last.
We might have
Incorporeal,
to
but not
restart
without
after
force
doing
and
this.
influence. And so,
But it would be funny.
briefly and in conclusion,
Whoa.
not a winged serpent.
In dreams, I have seen my hands raised against my own child. Has the outsider already corrupted me?
In the life of High Overseer Perry, it is written that the great man conversed with the outsider in dreams. So it is true that he may walk there. But as to raising the hand, it is not always wrong to do so. I myself benefited by many a chastisement in my youth.
Jeez.
Many indeed, and not
If we
lacking
alert
in
everyone,
enthusiasm.
will they just not meet, thus failing the mission? Oh. They all walk away. Oh wait, there's 4. Oh, sorry. Hello. Oh, that wasn't enough. Parkour. Almost. Oh, right, because they have helmets. Say as I hit him with the helmet again. Not with a helmet, in the helmet. Thank you. You set off the alarm, didn't you? Yes. Thank you, thank you. Sounds like that's over there somewhere. The 7 strictures. Excerpt from a commonly distributed overview of the 7 strictures. Surround your innermost being with these strictures, and you'll be safe. The 7 strictures are our core principles, taught and reinforced by overseers across the Isles. From these principles stem all manner of rules, social codes, and belief about the cosmos. I almost made it through an entire sentence without messing it up. 7 strictures. 1. Wandering gaze. 2. Lying tongue. 3. Restless hands. 4. Roving feet. 5. Rampant hunger. 6. Wanton flesh. 7. Errant mind. All these behaviors must be restricted in order to keep one's heart free from malevolent influences. They are the inroads of the outsider. Hello. Just so you don't come for me later. Also, is no one else coming? I figured the alarm would cause more people to show up. Is it upstairs? Why does it sound like a... Oh. It's downstairs. I didn't even know these were plaques. High Overseer Scott Grafton. He drove back the darkness so we might have peace. First Overseer to forge into Pandicia to purge darkness wherever it might be found. Died of plague. Cremated with Holgos opal to honor his battle with the plague. High Overseer Stephen Gainsford. His mind was a sharp light piercing the gloom. First to discover the discordant scale, a champion against the forces of corruption. Died testing a harness designed to protect his wearer from high falls. High Oracle Gwen Horncroft. Her insights aligned us in our time of greatest need. First woman inducted, founder of the Oracular Order, succumbed to madness. High Overseer Rai Matson, by his innovation do our ranks now swell, initiated the trials of aptitude, defenestrated during the night of flung shudders. Oh, it defenestrated means he got thrown out of a window. High Overseer Tynan Wallace. His fires left nothing behind but the righteous and true. Led the first of the great trials, tortured and burned over 1,000 heretics. Died in bed of old age. High Oracle Dahlia Simonos. Her inquisitive mind left nowhere for corruption to hide. First woman of southern blood to join the order. Opened relations with Cerconos and founded an oracular chapel there. That was a bit of a pain. Assassinated by agents of the outsider. So, did we miss... Oh, jeez, we missed... There's a lot of them. Oh, no. Oh, these are just the 7... What were they called again? They were called... It wasn't scriptures, what? Strictures, thank you. Restrict the wandering gaze that looks hither and yonder for some flashing thing that easily catches a man's fancy in one moment but brings calamity in the next. For the eyes are never tired of seeing, nor are they quick to spot illusion. A man whose gaze is corrupted is like a warped mirror that has traded beauty for ugliness and ugliness for beauty. Instead, fix your eyes to what is edifying and to what is pure, and then you will be able to recognize the monuments of the outsider. Restrict the lying tongue. I appreciate that this is just like half the text of the first one. Restrict the lying tongue that is like a spark in a man's mouth. It is such a little thing, yet from one spark an entire city may burn to the ground. Restrict restless hands, which quickly become the workmates of the outsider. Unfettered by honest labor, they rush to sordid gain, vain pursuits, and deeds of violence. Yeah, because that's totally not... We just had a guy that had said that he tortured 100 people, or 1,000 people, I mean. Of what value are the hands that steal and kill and destroy? Instead, put your hands to the plow, the fork, and the spade. For even the lowest labor that is rigorous squeezes the muscles as a sponge, rinsing impurities from the mind and body. Wasn't this exact thing in a book? Like this exact sentence? So I may be reading more than I need to. Yeah, speaking of. Restrict roving feet that love to trespass. They pay no heed to the boundary stones of other men's fields. They wander into foreign lands only to return with their souls blackened by iniquity, I think. Where have you strayed that destruction now comes behind you? Would you walk across burning coals or broken glass? Yes, because uh, like burning wood doesn't conduct heat very well, and also the skin on your feet are thicker, and also broken glass tends to lay flat and not like spike upwards. And even if there is like a little piece that's spiking upwards, you can move your feet like a little bit to move that away, and then you can step on it. That's how those things work. Uh, then why do you prowl into the homes of honest men or into the dens of hidden things? For the result is the same. You will fall into the void. That means they haven't finished construction. Instead, rest your feet on the firm foundation so that when the winds of the outsider shriek against you, you will stand firm and not be overthrown. Just wear bigger shoes. Restrict rampant hunger, or the intemperate will rise up among you like a virulent swarm. I sort of stops here because just that sentence, restrict rampant hunger, that's not something you can stop being hungry, you fool. Devouring everything wherever they go, even filth. For what goes into a man poisons him, and if a man eats filth, then filth is what he will vomit up. And for a morsel of meat, a glutton will sell his birthright, his family, and his friends. Restrict the desires of the wanton flesh. Truly, there is no quicker means by which a man's entire life can be upheaved and sifted than by the depredations of uncontrolled desire. I have to like stop and just sort of get all the speaking parts of the human head in order to say long sentences or long words. What avail is the concourse of a prostitute, the attention of a loose woman? Nothing. And what of the fruit of such unions? Only sorrow is born and misery is multiplied. Restrict an errant mind before it becomes fractious and divided. Can two enemies occupy the same body? No, for the first will direct it one way and the second another until they stumble into a ditch and break their. that seems very like unpoetic, because you try to be all highfalutin with everything else, and then like, oh, they'll fall into a ditch and break their neck. Likewise, two contrary thoughts cannot long abide in a man's mind, or he will become weak-willed and subject to any heresy. Oh, I'm just. Oh, that's not like really reading material. Overseer John Breton. He was a blade held aloft for the everyman. Aided in hiding the Book of Strictures from being burned by enemy fires, run through with a spear during the siege of White Cliff. High Overseer Francis Perry. His sacrifice will never be forgotten. Hi. Oh yeah. Okay. First Overseer to personally encounter and combat an incarnation of the outsider. Went missing during the Hugh Fest. His body was never found. I thought it was going to be High Overseer again, not suddenly first. High Overseer Abram Templeton, a pillar of justice standing above the clouds of iniquity, wrote the opening of the litany of the White Cliff, taken by consumptive illness. It sounds like perhaps tuberculosis, maybe? Because I think that was called consumption way, way, way back. High Overseer Falk Barrow, his hand will ever be on our shoulders. Contributed several chapters to the sayings of the overseers. Introduced the right of the watchful eye. Fell down a flight of stairs. I'm surprised that, like, the stairs one and the died of old age, that they didn't go like, let's say, oh, they fought valiantly against stairs made by the outsider. High Overseer John Clavering, may his light guide our path through the murk. Instrumental in the construction of the Abbey, his deft hands illuminated early copies of the Seven Strictures, consumed by fever in his bed. I thought it said consumed by fear. Oh, sorry. High Overseer Benjamin Holger, his word will drive us ever onward. Founder of the order, wrote reform and tradition, knife driven through his eye during the siege of Whitecliff. Where were you? That's where we came from. Let's see. So are there stairs down here? No. Are there stairs down over here, or do we have to go that way? Here we go. Yes, let's sneak after throwing a grenade upstairs. Oh. Oh no. Stay here for now. I just thought it was a cool little gem. Temple's secret chambers. Oh, that was music. The Fugue Feast. Except from a book on the celebrations and holidays. I hope it's Fugue. But I'm not sure. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, will begin the Fugue Feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. That's almost the outsider. A period of celebration and feasting begins. Weren't we supposed to not be hungry? That sounds a whole lot like we're eating stuff. During which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Yes. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it's time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting High Overseer calls for the hymn of atonement, and the Fugue Feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviated from ancient codes, or discarded oaths. For this time during the astrological astrological alignment does not exist, and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. So it's what's that movie called? Where it's like, oh, we can do crime this one day. Thank you. Oh, 300. Sleep dot. Oh. I'm gonna have to eat these. Oh, I thought that was garlic. I was like, I should eat this in case of vampires. Let me just do this so we can get some quiet. Litany on the White Cliff. Except from a series of Overseer invocations by High Overseer Abraham Templeton. As I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, or the foggy grey wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions, so that others will not lose their way. And to those who would choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. Oh, 6 out of 7 rooms.
Curse those fools at Coldridge for letting Corvo get away. Who knows what the man could do now? Hiram, or the Lord Regent, as he asks us to call him now, seems to have faith in all the Sokolov security devices he's put up all over the city, but I'm not so sure. At least the girl has been moved to a safe place. Visiting her twice a week has given me ample opportunity to inspect the facilities, as they say. So there's an upside, at least.
That a... Yes, it is a note. My girls, Campbell. I'm not sure how my predecessor operated, but from now on, if one of my girls tries to blackmail you, send her back to me at the Golden Cat instead of concocting some plan on your own. I've had to replace 3 girls in as many months, and you can imagine the business of carnal pleasure isn't booming in this plague-stricken hole you call a city. Madam Prudence. Do you have anything else we can steal? Can we get out there? That's probably out. Well, this... The kennels? Do we want to go? Sure. Whoop. Oh, is there a dog here we can possess? Oh, but even... we get him to attack? I don't know. Well, we can possess a rat. Just because I want to. Hello.
And there's you, Voracious. There you are, my sick
I hope
boy.
he doesn't.
I'll fetch you a treat later tonight. Oh, you know that word, do you?
I hope that other guy doesn't like go around and. No. What? I didn't know that. I thought I was gonna be back where I... Jeez. That's potentially dangerous. I guess I'm not good enough for that one yet. Oh, sorry, wrong button.
Whoa.
Oh,
Guards, to me! We're not taking this one alive!
sorry, doggo. Hold up.
Damn you!
I was not expecting a dog to come. As long as you can't leave, it's fine. Jeez, we went through a lot as a rat. Back to exploring we go. Thank you, thank you. Developing and training hounds, except from a hound trainer's guide. From each litter, there is usually somewhere shy of 4 good pups. But we always drown the runt. Them that remain spend 3 or so months suckling from their mothers before we start them up with the training. It's simple at first, returning sticks and sitting still on command, only pacing outside and the like. But by the 8th month, we got 'em hunting for scented sack dolls hidden in a scrub forest, killing wild pigs on command, and taking a man in padded armor down by hanging onto his forearm. At the end of the first year, we graduate the ones that have learned and shoot the ones that haven't. The overseers take them after that, and we never see them again. Except once. Walking down Clavering Boulevard, an overseer passed me, preaching about the litany on the White Cliff and the evils of witchery, and sure enough, his hound started whimpering and wagging its tail. That's how I knew it was one of mine. Whelped up from a pup. Oliver, I've taken the loot we've gathered and stashed it in the incinerator room. It's under the dead hounds, so nobody will dig around and find it. Look to your strictures to figure out the door code. Lying tongue, wandering gaze, errant mind. I trust you're devout and clever enough to figure it out. I might be. Oh, and be mindful of rats. More and more I've been gathering since Olfin keeps forgetting to burn the hound corpses. Burk. That one we've already read, I believe. Let's see. Oh. I'm sorry. I did not think of that as being a side effect of our all of our killing. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna need all of this loot. And also it's probably better than the rats doing it. Oh. Couldn't the dogs learn to do that and then just leave? Or, like, attack their owners, I mean. Oh, so we need to teleport up so that we can go in here and presumably get loot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ali. Whoop. Let's see. Okay, so that's where we have to go to get all the loot. Oh. I'm guessing I was wrong. There we go. Oh, and there's all the strictures that we need to... Give me that. Want that. Thank you. I almost locked myself in. You do not have loot. You're in the way. Sorry, that was already open because I opened it. It is of utmost importance that you not open this cage without my approval. Oops. Voracious is ill and quite temperamental. Should his cage be open, he might attack and endanger anyone patrolling the kennel. Signed, Houndmaster Wharton. So I'm guessing we should have released them, and they would have. Let's see. Notes. Lying tongue, wandering gaze, errant mind. Oh. Can we have one with all of them? Instead of having to find each. Yeah, at this point, I've already forgotten which one it were. That's Restless Hands. Do we have to do process of elimination where it's not the ones that we have, therefore it's... Oh, there we go. Never mind. The 7 strictures. Like the obvious. The obviously one. Obvious called one. Tongue, gaze, mind. Tongue, gaze, mind. Tongue, gaze, mind. So 2, 1, 7. 2, 1. Ta-da! Oh, Jesus. Hello. Oh, you're gonna go to town on all the stuff I left behind. you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, no more sleep darts. What was that again? That button. I got everything in here. I guess we can go up now. Hopefully not get eaten by rats. Oh, I hear the music say that maybe it's not safe.